Sometimes light is defined as a dual object, and sometimes it is known as an electromagnetic wave. So, what is the concept behind this?
Okay, so essentially, here's the thing. Here's why we call it both a particle and a wave. So it's the product of two experiments. So one is what we call the photoelectric effect, and one is what we call the double slit experiment. So essentially, in the first one, all that happens is you have a metal surface, and metals are known for being very good conductors. So you have lots of electrons in this surface. And what happens is you shine a ray of light onto it, and the electrons have so much energy that they ionize and actually bounce off, creating a little electron ray. And here's the thing. Through our studies, this should only be possible if light carries the characteristics of a particle, with a particle striking the electron and the particle giving all of its energy to the electron to bounce off this way. But in the double slit experiment, we see something different. It can't be a particle because in the double slit experiment, we have light and we're shining it through two slits. Now, if it's a particle, and the thing is, these slits are close enough together to be covered by one ray of light. And the thing is, if it was a particle, what we normally see would be two little bands of light over here, like this. So that's what we would expect if it was a particle, like we saw in the photoelectric effect. But instead, what we actually got is this. This is an interference pattern, and it's something that's only characteristic of waves. So this is essentially what we call diffraction. So in the same way, if you try passing, for example, water through a double slit, then the waves and ripples are going to end up looking somewhat like this. So it seems from this experiment that light is a wave, and it seems from this experiment that light is a particle. So we don't really know if it holds both of the characteristics of some of them, if it's one or the other. Some have opted to call it a wavicle because it might just be a new kind of particle. It might just be a new kind of object that carries some characteristics of a wave, like the interference pattern, some characteristics of a particle, like bouncing off of other particles. So it's a very nuanced question that we're still figuring out the answer to. This is what we call the particle wave duality, and thank you for the question. It's very deep.
So, can you please tell me which experiment is mostly acceptable?
Well, the thing is, we've conducted both of them multiple times, and it seems that both of these results have been reproduced. So both of these seem to be perfectly acceptable because they've been done by thousands of scientists across the globe with the same exact results. So we don't really know which one is more credible. So we just take both to be true. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
तक दे हो सकते इंडिया